Hello there, Glenn Robson here from Acute Football Coaching. Now, in case anyone hasn't noticed, the game's changed massively in the last 10 years. Now, this fella's done a lot of research as well as a lot of others, but this is a good read for a little introduction. And then you've got all the research from all across the globe and all the top flights now these days. It's all there at our fingertips. And like I said, it's changed massively from the intensity of the games to positional differences within the games. So anyway, one of the big reasons why it's changed so much is the introduction of this top flight football, periodisation training. Most elite athletes now, it doesn't matter what sport, are doing this as well as in football. It's been shown also it has great effects even with college athletes, as you can see in this study here. One of the main reasons how periodisation training came about, by the way, it was back in the 70s, I believe, it might be in the late 60s, by a bloke called Tudor Bompa from the Eastern Bloc, who implemented it in athletics and weightlifting. And it's been used in them sports since then, and it's just starting to come into football now in the last 10-15 years. Now, one of the main reasons is injury prevention. Now, there's loads of research from the bottom up on every part of the limb, really, across all sports. Now, what's evident is, through all the meta-analysis and stuff, what's been done over the years, certainly recently, injury prevention programs are really beneficial. They do make an impact by up to 53%, looking at the research what's in front of us here. The research is also saying that there's not really a sport-specific knee injury prevention program for any one sport. However, during the lockdown, I came across this knee injury prevention program from Sanford University. Now, this can be adapted for any age, really. I mean, I'm doing it with my under-10s and a couple of clients who's in the 40s at the minute. And I feel it covers not just the knee, but it's a great benefit for the ankle as well. It gives you a great breakdown of everything you need to do, from the ProgramYouTube to the strengthening to the activation. And it's a 40-odd page booklet, and you can print it off, and it's got all the do's and don'ts, photographs, as you can see, of all the exercises, what's involved. And then on YouTube, it's also got a 12-13 minute video what accompanies everything there, what we've just been looking at. Another common injury within football is obviously the hamstrings. Here we can see Raheem Stirling working his eccentric motion in his hamstrings by lowering himself, his body weight, to the floor, holding it there for a few seconds, releasing, and then getting back set into the position to do it again. Now, what we see him doing here, they're known as the Nordic hamstring exercises. They've been around about 15-20 years, and believe it or not, top flight football is just starting to pick up on them. There's loads of meta-analysis on them, and again, these reduce hamstring injuries by up to 50-odd%. So they're well worth implementing into your program if you can, or not if you can. You need to. Now, here's two clients I'm working with at the minute. Obviously, nowhere near as strong as Raheem Stirling as yet. So they're just using the hands, engaging the hamstrings as they're on the way down, but then just breaking the fall with the hands and pushing back up. Now, I noticed with this lad as well, before we started the maximum strength training phase, he had an imbalance in his glutes, as you can see here. Now, it's an overlooked issue with footballers. I mean, I can never remember having an assessment done on my glutes. But anyway, it can lead to hamstring injuries, lower back problems, if you don't correct it. The easiest way to correct it is using the resistance bands. Now, obviously, as you can see here in the photos, literally 2 weeks of work with the bands to the day, and the lad had pretty much corrected his posture there, as you can see in the photographs. So, pre-season, first thing you need to have a look at is your aerobic capacity. The best way to do that, if you haven't got access to a lab, the 1.5 mile or 12-minute run. All you need is a running track and a stopwatch. You do 6 laps, get your time, put your age into this calculator, and then the time you got it in, and it gives you a decent estimation of your VO2 max capacity. And here's some more times of one of the other Dinosaurus Rexes. There's 3 of us, by the way, and we've got a combined age of 127, so we're going to have a go at seeing how close we can get to the fitness levels of a professional footballer. So if you want to see how we get on over the next 3 months, do subscribe to my channel. I'll also be demonstrating a series of field tests, what the top flight lads use and lasses as well. And they can be implemented to any level, and it all ties in with the periodisation of training, because the bottom line is, if you're not monitoring and testing, you're guessing. That's the facts. So if you want to be a coach or a player who doesn't guess and they want to actually get somewhere with what they're doing, this is something really worth looking at. There's also a full reference list of all the material I've used throughout this. You'll find that in the little drop down box if you click on the little grey arrow there at the bottom on the right. So thanks for watching, and thanks for your time.